Okay, I'm out here on my deck. It's about 8 o'clock in the morning, and I wanted to do a video and to show you the deck wall that I built. So basically, I built a wooden horizontal wall and attached it to the right side, the left side of my deck. So the type of deck I have is a balcony deck. So here is the right side of my deck, which, as you can see, my neighbor's deck is right there. So I have to get way over here at the end of the deck to see their deck. So this side is not an issue for me when it comes to privacy. And then you can see how the back of my house, this back wall with the roof, that addition, that part of the house right here is kind of privacy. You know, I don't need anything for privacy on this side. But over here, to the left side, here are my neighbors, and that's their backyard. So, and their deck, balcony deck, lines up with my balcony deck. So, this is one of the reasons why I added a privacy wall. As you can see my neighbor's deck, right? So it's lined up with my deck. All the houses on this side of the street that I live on have these types of decks. So that's the reason why I built my deck wall 6 feet tall. I just wanted to explain how I started this wall. I started off with 3 2x4s, and I screwed down the 2x4s to the existing deck wall. So as I step back, you can see that the wall ends on the left side of this deck. The existing wall ends right here. And so right in the middle of that wall, I put another 2x4 post. And then right here where the wall starts on this side of the house, I put another 2x4. These 2x4s, all 3 of them are 6 feet tall. So I started off with that, and I use exterior screws or deck screws to screw down these 2x4s. And once I screw down the 2x4s, I was able to start building all the way up. So I decided on 1x4s and 1x6s. Towards the top of the wall, all the way down about 8 feet, 1x4s. And I cut them in half. So I could have went and kept them 8 feet long and stretched them all the way from there all the way to the end, because it's 8 feet long, this whole wall across. But I decided to cut the 1x4s in half. because I was looking for more of a cleaner look. So I basically wanted to do a horizontal fencing. So basically I started from here and screwed down the 1x4 from here, brought it to this post, and right in the middle of this post, right here, I cut it where it pretty much stopped right here. And then I took another 1x4, the other half, and started from this side in the middle of that 2x4 post and went all the way to the end of that post. And I kept doing that all the way down. And I got about 9 8-foot 1x4s. So I cut them in half, so that's about 18. And then after I did that, I went for a bigger, a wider, the wider ones. So this is 1x6 and this is a 1x4. So the reason I went with the 1x6 is because I didn't need as much to go all the way down. So pretty much the 1x6s is, I think it's 5. But I didn't cut those in half. I went all the way across. There's no cuts in the middle. So I'm going to pull back this table and you can see where I went all the way across. And let me pull back this chair so you can see a good view. I started all the way and just took the 8 feet, because the 1x6s are 8 feet also. And I just went all the way across. I had my son hold down that end while I screwed the 1x6 to that 2x4 and went all the way across and screwed it down the middle where this post is at. I screwed that down right there in the middle. Then I screwed it down to this post. So that's how I did that. So once we were finished, once I was finished, I stepped back and looked at the wall, and I wanted more cleaner look, but a more modern look. So first I had to put I decided on 1x2s. So I have one right here. I only have 2 on this wall and one right there. And so I wanted those I use those to keep the board straight, so the boards won't bend or bulk. I want them to stay even. So in order to do that, I screwed down in each one. And let me get a closer shot so you can see. If you look at this top one, I screwed an exterior screw through the 1x2, through the 1x4, all the way down to each post to keep it straight. So when it's in the summer or the winter, the heat and the cold will make these boards kind of bend and bulk out, and they'll look uneven. So if you want to do a good job and you want it to look good and you want it to look very neat, you need to do that, because that just helps basically the life of the fence or this fence wall. And I did the same also right here. But after that, when I started putting up the 1x6s, I didn't need to do what I did up here to the 1x4s, because they're strong, they're thick, they're just a bigger piece of boards. So they're stronger, so they don't bend. And after I got done with that, I decided to go with these 1x4s right here. So I put one right here because where I screwed it at, where the post is at, and I screwed these 1x4s to that post, you can see all the screws. So to give it a cleaner, neater look, I covered it up. That's why they there. And it looks good too, also. So, and then I did the same here. So I took a 1x4 and put it up against where the seams meet and you see the screws. I covered it up with that. And then I did the same here because they had a lot of screws behind those. So I just covered it up, cut the post, made them just as even with these 1x2s to give them more neat, clean, modern look. So everything in this video, from these tables to all the lights out here, are solar. So this has a solar panel. Mostly all the lights out here are solar. Well, actually all of them are solar. And from the foldable chairs to this pedestal table, all these things were purchased at Home Depot. And this also is a solar hanging light, and that was from Home Depot. And all the way to the rug on the deck is Home Depot. So the chairs, everything is Home Depot. So that's pretty much how I built this wall for privacy. And I hope you guys like this video. It's not really difficult to do. It took me about a day to do this, and I appreciate you guys taking the time to even click on this video and watch it. So just comment, like, and subscribe. Thanks, guys.